welcome to our 10th episode of Inner Architecture Academy. This is the special milestone for us, so we will be talking today about beautiful topic which is reloaded with a lot of emotions. And we are opening the space which we are inviting you to perceive on the level of your heart. Just listen to this information and let it pass through you, because this is a topic that we feel we need to mention, but it's not easy one. So the question is, did women become free, or did we just become better at performing and we are still the prisoners? So welcome to this very special episode. Welcome, Marta.
Welcome, Beata. It's great to see you, and congratulations to us on our 10th episode. Woohoo! Yeah, this is a great topic that we are talking about today. Because yes, the empowerment of woman, is it our freedom or is it our curse?
Yeah, that's the good question. And to dive in this topic, it's good to become aware that probably the mother woman, they are not fully realize the current situations we are all at, actually. So we are being told that we are able to have everything. Anything is possible. But nobody asks us what is the cost of it, because can we have everything, or we are paying this with our nervous system, with the relationships we are having with the family, with the motherhood, with the sexuality, with the money, or there is so much behind this. Because from my own experience, I do realize that it is not possible to be all of that and be free and be soft and be the entrepreneur, be the super mom, be the, I don't know, you name it, all the roles. So if you just realize how many roles you are having during one day, when you wake up and then you need to do a lot of things, you are becoming all of the woman, but underneath, do you still realize who you are at your core? What does this cost you? Are you performing those things because you are being taught to, or you do them really from the free will, from the joy, from the expansion, in coherence, in balance? I don't think so. So
Yeah, you are a mother, you are a business owner, you are a wife, you are playing all these roles. So maybe you can tell us, how much did that cost you? Are you still you beneath all of this?
no, I wasn't. Right now it's like work in progress. And I can tell you that everything what I did, you just love the children because they are yours. And, lucky us, nobody is really able to say to us how much energy children are cost you, how much stress, how much worry, how much unconditional love. You become the second person for yourself, of even the third one. And when you have the children, you love them dearly, but if you wouldn't know how much maybe it's very ugly what I am going to say, but I think if nobody would told you, or you will be not able to feel the love you are feeling when you become mom, it will be very difficult if you will come by and said, like, listen, you're gonna do this and this and this for the first few years. Your life is over because you're gonna have these broken nights. You need to do this and this and this. And by the way, it's all on you, all the expenses. And if you are working somehow, the children are sick, you're not gonna have any free time, because if you take too much free time, it's gonna cost you maybe even your career, your job, and your relationship. By the way, you're gonna be so tired, no sex. You're gonna be just tired. You're gonna be happy to go sleep. So you will be really thinking like, okay, do I really want to be mom? So lucky us, we don't know at the front, how much energy things cost. And there is a beautiful shortcut to enlightenment is to have children, because you are learning this unconditional love. But things cost us. And for me, I can say this really from my heart. If you are not aligned with yourself, if you do not have this self-love, self-knowledge, you are always going to be navigating towards the external expectations, standards, and you're going to lose yourself very quickly in all of it because it's too much. If you just don't know your own compass, the navigation, it's very difficult to function in all of this. And I don't know if that's also your experience because you are not mom, but you are entrepreneur. You've got also very intriguing life with immigrations and stuff. So how was it for you?
I always knew that, I mean, what I wanted to say is that it's hard to know what actually is yours, what it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Because for many years we were conditioned that conditioned, it's a social expectation, at least that's how I took it, that
Mm-hmm.
I need to get married, that I need to have kids, I need to have a career. So I had a career, I had a partner, I wanted to have kids, but somewhere deep down I knew that I didn't want to stay in this job.
Mm-hmm.
I was a manager of a pub in central London, so it was late hours, it was a lot of hours, it was very demanding job as well, like being a leader of a team, everything comes to you. So in a way they were like my children. My employees
Of
were like
course.
my children.
Your
But
business is also
I
your child, right?
Sorry?
Your business is also your child.
Yeah, now my business is my child. Um, Yeah, but I knew I was with my partner and I wanted to have kids, but I knew I didn't want to stay in this job. That if I have kids, I want to live in our house and I maybe want to do a part-time job or something because I still had this ingrained in me that I had to work.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, oh, my partner is going to look after me and the children. I still have to work. Now I know that I wouldn't, if I went back to that time, I wouldn't even think that. I would look for a partner that was able to hold me,
Yeah.
to support me while I'm raising my kids. Like I wouldn't do both. I know that.
Yeah.
And even now, well, I don't think I will have kids. I don't think I want to anymore. Um, because I know what it takes. I exactly know what it takes to raise children and having I don't know if I want, the truth is, I don't know if I want to have that responsibility. And especially not when I'm on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I have great respect for single mothers that are pushing through, making it work. They
Yeah.
deserve so much more help from the society, from the government, because they are raising the next generation of us and they have no help. Anyway,
They are
yeah, I
basically,
don't know why we take so much on ourselves. Why?
because I think there are like also the contradictions in it because maybe we as women were so much suppressed that, we became like I think the word was the trade wives, like we gave all of the power and earning money and going outside and exploring the world to the men, and we were at home preparing meals and sometimes secretly having those desires for having maybe some business on your own, or go study something, and those ambitions that never came true because you just were serving the family. And I think from this desire, because there was no place for you as woman, you were just mom and wife. So there was the desire to just go and explore yourself, your needs, your possibilities. But then very quickly, because it wasn't like you could just leave this and you go to something else. You were still all of this, but then you just went, and people say like you can have it all, just work harder, heal more, organize better, be more confident, and you're gonna have it all, right? But I think that's the turning point where we were thinking like, okay, I can have it both, you know, so let's push harder and let's go for
Yeah,
it. I'm
let's
gonna
do more.
study,
Woohoo!
you know, and
More
many
jobs for
friends of
us.
mine,
Yay.
yeah, many friends of mine, they were like moms and, you know, they really love the children, but they were studying at night and during the daytime changing diapers to be able to reach something. And you know, those women are so harsh, and they just went and they lose themselves completely because, you know, once you get there and you study it, you have this job, even if you are not happy, you're just gonna pretend for a while because, you know, you were striving so much. So then you keep this for a long time and you're losing yourselves even more and more and more. So, you know, those are very fragile topics because a lot of us, we are not even aware the price we are paying for all of it.
Yeah, it's difficult topic, isn't it? It's hard to talk about for some reason.
Yeah,
Even,
and
do you feel that
yeah, I feel this
there's
energy
like this
right now. Like,
resistance of, yeah,
so it's a really beautiful thing because, you know, I think we feel this heaviness because this is really big collective topic that we are lifting up and making visible because, you know, I can sense how dense it is, the energy, you know, like we are sitting and here is like a blanket with really soaked in this heaviness that we put into this realm by striving and trying to become. So yeah, but yeah, this is the modern cage, you know, the hustle
yeah,
crazy.
and we support that. We women support that.
Yeah,
Like I know, there are women that actually choose to be mothers. They have, great partners, and there are stay-at-home moms, and other women just judging them.
yeah,
Oh, you're not working? Why you're not working? You should be working as well. Then
yeah,
you have a mom who's working and raising the children,
yeah.
and other women say, "Oh, you should be just looking after children. You are a bad mom because you don't give your children enough time because you go to work."
Mm.
So we don't help each other. We actually put oil to the fire.
Yeah, we keep each other accountable, you know, in, I think, in a cage, and it might have different shapes, and but I think there are a lot of similarities in all those areas because, you know, one cage is the hustle that we just, you know, keep each other accountable for things. So from the outside you look very independent, visible, attractive, emotionally intelligent, right? And financially strong, but are you? You know, what does this cost you? Or there is this healing cage, like keep processing forever. You know, oh, you don't want to be like the generation before. So, you know, we work on ourselves, trying to drop the karma and just keep becoming the illusion of becoming ever fixing, right? That is also like, oh, you're supposed to do this. You need to grow, you know? So, wow, don't do this because your mom did this. You don't want to be like this, or we are better right now. So just, you know, drop this karma. But energetically, there is so much depth in this, so much energy that is draining us because why on earth we make this image of, or maybe I put this in another word, like this is not possible to clean all the generational trauma by your own. And why we think we need to take the responsibility to heal all those lineages, just focus on yourself, you know. And by doing that, you're just gonna go and move the mountains energetically without focusing on something else, because I think each change, it is always initiated by going deep inside and trying to change yourself, right?
Yeah, and there's another aspect to that. It's like we thrive. The more we do, the more mm, like the work give us worth. And the more we're trying to build our worth on the amount of work that we do.
Yeah. But that's the illusion we created here, that everything comes with the effort, with a lot of work, with a lot of struggle, you know, and we have passed through generations those ideas like if you want to get out of this village, you need to work hard. You need to study because you're never good enough as you are. You need to, you need to, you need to. So the softness, that's actually, the feminine softness is not seen as the gift because we are, the softness. Look at rivers. They can just flow very easily, but, beautifully and silently, but they just go in and flow in, and they can even shape the stones while they go in without any violence. But we did lose this. We don't trust this softness, so sometimes I see the woman that this is such a contradictions. They want to be soft and they just drop the pressure, but then they move into, I don't know, one or another vague spirituality, and they do not have any discipline. They are not landing in the body, so everything got those opposite sides. Like, this is such a big dualism here. And I think that's maybe the point of all of it, that in order to become the master of the space, you need to know yourself. You need to be connected to your greater parts and just feel your way through things, because otherwise you just gonna live the life as taught by other people, the standards.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we either escape into spirituality or we escape into workaholism or we escape into training too much. We
Yeah.
keep escaping. And I don't think, there is right of or wrong what we should be. There is no what we should be.
Mm-hmm.
Is we are who we are. And I think the bottom line is to get to the point where you decide who you are. You connect with that part of you, that it's not conditioned. And you decide whether you want to be a mother, whether you want to be, a businesswoman, whether you want to be a trainer, whether you want to teach Krav Maga, whether you want to teach spirituality. But it needs to come from you. Whether you want to combine motherhood with business.
Yeah, that will be great. But, we are not at this position because I think we are so conditioned that we are actually choosing. Are we really free, or we are just choosing from, I don't know, one or another socially approved cage? Because sometimes you think that you are choosing something, but this is something projected from outside. And this projection, if you feed people with those ideas long enough, you think they are your own, and you do not realize that you are navigating in one or another idea of, I don't know, the group people around you. So this is we are always flabbergasted about the documentary series about the I don't know, sects or stuff, but society is also one big sect because we just don't ask questions. We want to belong, and then you just go by the standards. So I think healthy women should always ask the questions. What am I doing? Am I happy with this? Is this draining me? Do I give more than I receive? What is this doing to me as woman? And ask yourself questions like, if I'm going to do this for the next 10 years, who am I going to be? Am I going to be happy with what I am doing, what I am seeing right now? Because if you are not willing to be mom and then you just become one because they brainwash you to it, and you were not strong enough to choose for yourself, you're not going to enjoy this motherhood. Those children, they're going to feel that you are not enjoying. You're going to do your best, of course, because we are trained to do our best. But are you enjoying it? Is this your calling? So,
Hmm.
we pay for everything with this exhaustion. And I think in a lot of cultures, people believe so that when you are born, you have certain amount of vital life force. And this is meant for us to just live the life, explore. And if you do things, enjoy, and you are enjoying yourself and you just give your best without losing yourself, you can utilize this power, this life force energy to really create something organically which fits into the bigger picture also. But if you are using your energy, because and it starts, I don't know if you know this concept by Rudolf Steiner, is one of those people who really discuss this topic. It's very controversial. Not every theory is maybe nice, but this man said, like, what are we doing to our children, for example, is not right, because we are asking so much of them by sending them to school way too soon, and they are using so much of this life force energy to be able to keep up, that later on they do not have this energy to live fully and explore, and just put this energy to beautiful things, because we are burning alive by just going way too fast without integrating. And somehow I feel that that's true. I don't know if exactly like this, but for us women also, look at our grandmas. They were by age of 60, they looked very old. They've got no energy left to enjoy. And of course, those generation, they were really marked by the wars and shortages. But it's just only the idea that they burned it up so quick gives us the real picture that they were doing things they didn't enjoy just in a to survive. And when we are just busy with surviving, we are not thriving. There is no space for your brilliance, for joy, for the real connection, for expansion.
So, who is an empowered woman?
I think empowered woman is one who is really connected into her higher aspects and not escaping life, but embodying embodying those aspects, trying to live fully. Woman who is able to laugh about herself, make mistakes, not being ashamed of making them, and just enjoying and go for life, try and error, with a smile. And when she's exhausted, she just goes sleep without any apologies. That's a female who honors her cycles. And if she doesn't feel like talk to you, she is not afraid to say like no. And if she's really willing to go for something, she's saying yes to herself without feeling guilty. That's a woman who've got plenty of time to check in by herself and ask questions. Am I happy? What am I doing? And correct her course. I think that's a really powerful woman.
Yes, I ask that question because sometimes I feel like there's a different definition of empowered woman, like one that needs to be more,
Mm-hmm.
do more. And there's the other definition of empowered woman who knows what she wants. She consciously chooses what she wants based on her desires, based on the life she wants to live.
Yeah.
She puts herself first, always. She chooses herself first, always.
Yeah.
She holds boundaries.
Yeah.
She's not a people pleaser. She knows how to say no without guilt, without fear.
Yeah.
This is empowered woman for me. And she chooses the life she wants.
And, I
Not
think,
life, not to overwork herself to prove the worth. She feels that she's worthy already, the way she is.
yeah. And I think that's really the way, because, otherwise you see a lot of women, they become soft. But I think that is, the it's very hard to say this. I feel this energy behind this, because I can recognize this, really this energy a lot of behind a lot of women. But I can see that a lot of women are choosing soft life because they are really collapsing from years of over functioning. It's not primal choice, like from self-love and with divine right timing, right order. They are choosing this softness and covering up a lot of time this softness in spiritual ideas, and they do not want to admit that they are just being drained and scattered from years of, I don't know, over functioning, doing things that really drain this vital energy. So, wow.
Yeah, that is very strong what you're saying. Yeah. And
And
also, empowered woman rests when she knows that when she wants.
yeah,
Not
when
when
the
she
body,
not she doesn't wait to rest when her body collapses. She allows her body to rest.
yeah. And I know also a lot of really powerful women, and they are running really businesses, having from the outside beautiful dream life. And secretly, they are dreaming that somebody will take over. Like to have this man that they can really crawl into on the couch and just let it go.
I am one of them, but I do that for myself.
Yeah.
I allow myself to rest.
Yes. And the
And
question
I
is,
allowed myself to cuddle myself. I put my comfortable sweats on, I take a blanket.
and can you balance well between becoming soft and being able to become soft and not become passive for way too long? Is this balance for you?
Well, this is my philosophy: soft enough to feel, strong enough to hold.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning how to balance it. I'm not a master. I don't think I will ever be,
Yeah.
but I'm learning this softness. And it doesn't mean to be soft to the world, be soft to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Everything is about you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you learn to be soft with yourself, that's what you give to the world as well.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, I need this strength in me,
Mm-hmm.
um, to keep go. I mean, to keep going, to do what I want to do. Because there's also, a lot of fear, a lot of other emotions that live in my body, and
Mm-hmm.
I need this strength to hold my boundaries. I need to feel strong in my body to hold my boundaries.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I know maybe, not every woman needs exactly that, but because of my episodes in my life, of how my life worked out, I need this strength, physical strength in my body, so I know I can protect myself and I can hold these boundaries. It makes me feel safer, actually.
But do you think that for most women, is it possible? Can a woman be powerful without become hardened?
You tell me.
I think
I
it
don't think,
depends.
there was a time when I used this training, because I'm a Krav Maga instructor. I learned Krav Maga for 5, 6 years. And there was a time when I used it to protect myself, as in, I need to be strong to protect myself. I actually need to, yeah, I need this strength. But now, maybe back then I was using it to harden myself a little bit. But now this strength allows the softness to exist as well.
Yeah.
Because I know that I am strong enough to set the boundary. And it's not about, physical fighting, or like,
No, no, I don't.
it's about, feeling this strength in my body. Like, I know that I am strong enough to hold it, to hold myself, to hold that sensitive part, to hold that soft part.
Yeah. And I think it goes along with the healing you did long away because I can imagine that women who are strong and hard are those who are still secretly protecting themselves because of the danger from, you keep in your
Yeah.
nervous system, your body, the stories that are running the show, the hurt, the guilt, not being seen, and, they become hard and harsh because they are in a war zone. even though that's not true, but maybe they are just, from the hormones, from the body, from the energy behind all of this is keeping them in this fight modus. So they are not able to soften. And that's also not real femininity, because if you are feeling like this, you are losing so much creative energy that you will be able to direct on something else with softness, with pleasure. So maybe the idea is like go and see why you are not able to let go of some, if this will be my advice for the women who are watching and they know I am very harsh and I am basically always on. Look if you could drop things and leave them behind. So maybe you might see the parts of you that were hurt as a child, or the relationship with your ex-husband, ex-boyfriend. Are you able to forgive yourself, love yourself? Because I think there is the real softness from loving yourself and accepting yourself. And if you have this certain energy that assure you you are enough, everything becomes lighter, because then you see differently the world around you, the people around you. You are open for new chances, and each new situation will be more as invitation than possible battlefield. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I exactly know what you mean because I had to do it myself.
Mm,
I had to let go of Krav Maga. I had to let go of Wim Hof method because everybody told me it was not everybody, but because I heard that it was too masculine, that I need to soften as a woman, that I need to flow, and so I did let go of it. I didn't think I was gonna go back to training and teaching Krav Maga. I didn't think I was gonna go back to teaching Wim Hof method. But now, having letting go of that and being in that other side, I understand that I need both. And I'm not saying, you need to go and train self-defense, train, hard, build your body up like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever. If you want, why not? Be you.
be you.
But I know that we need both. We need the strength and the softness in any way you build that for yourself.
Yeah, and just keep
Because
it
the
in mind.
strength in us, it's the protector. It protects the soft part.
Or maybe, protection is not the right word anymore, but the
Maybe
support.
not,
That's
yeah.
the support, you can support yourself, your energy, your boundaries by becoming strong, because, maybe we don't need to defend ourselves from the invisible fight, fights, but, I think the healthy woman is able to take care of herself, and not in the idea that the whole world is against you. It's only you and nobody can help you, because this is also a BS. But I think all of us, we supposed to be very independent beings and very complete in ourselves, because otherwise we are not able to step in any relationship without expectations. And when you come to this place, when you feel you are enough, you also are able to stop the cycles of ever going healings, because there is, like, in our culture, like, a lot of women, and they also come to me, like, they always have this idea that they need to fix something, become a better version, heal something. And I think that's also a way of avoiding life, when you go into the area that you always need to heal something. So you will be never in the now. This is so dangerous for us women, not being in the now, but just digging in the past or projecting into the future. So I think, if you train your body and aligned with yourself, it's always easier to stay in the now and be just coherent with your creation, with what you want, and being able to choose, because you are just at the moment. The body is very great place to keep you in the now, the breath, the body, to take the responsibility if you are more resilient. And resilience is not only mental health, it's also the strong body. If you're resilient, you can have this clarity, like, no, it doesn't resonate with me. Thank you. It's a good offer, but no, thank you. Or also for women who are entrepreneurs, if you feel secure in yourself and you are creating beautiful things, you do not hesitate to ask your prices, to go there and to be visible. Like, listen, this is my product. I created this for you. You feel the strength, you have the value, and then you never hesitate with money, because for a lot of women also this is very big topic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing, that's why we need this strength in ourselves.
Yeah,
So it's not only the feminine flow and, softness. We need the boundaries.
this
The water,
balance.
if, I said this before, like, the water doesn't flow if it doesn't have boundaries. It's flat. So we need this.
Yes, and self-knowledge, because if you don't know yourself, you're always going to be defined by the eyes of people who are observing you, having opinion about you. And if you know
Yeah.
yourself, you just become aware that they have their own point of view. They projecting, we all projecting something. Just be sure that your projection comes from very different place than being scared or not feeling connected to yourself, because then you're gonna project things you don't want to create in this reality. This is very big game. We are such a powerful creators, but yet we are not very conscious about this, that everything you are having and not having is the outcome of your own actions, thoughts.
Yeah,
So
these are like very advanced subjects, aren't they? Like not everyone believes it, not everyone understands it. Because we are so brainwashed to stay small.
yeah, and I think the
So yeah, but
remedy
I think
for
you,
it,
yeah, sorry. We
just,
even speak at the same time.
but what do you think, which remedy will be good for all of this, because if we are not able to be ourselves and we don't know who we are, then we don't know truly what we want. And I am speaking about us women. What will be the remedy for all of this, the toolbox to be able to go out of this prison we are being kept?
Well, I tell you what I teach. So it's to build the strength in the body, to feel safe in your own body. Because when you have your healthy, strong body, everything else becomes easier. The other thing is to choose yourself always. In every situation, ask yourself, does it work for me? Am I choosing myself here, or as I'm choosing somebody else? And I don't have any kids, but I would apply that to every situation. Because then you also teach your kids to look after themselves, to be themselves.
Yes.
And also, you are first as a woman. You came to this world as a woman before you became a mother, before you became a businesswoman, before you became a wife. So choose yourself first as a woman.
Yeah,
And
that's
as you said, that involves as well respecting your cycle, respecting different times in the month, because we have different times.
Mhm.
And just respect it and like work with it, not against it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful starting point, because we as women, we want to have it all and we go for so many things. And sometimes that very thing gives us blurriness. So that's beautiful said, because, we are not free because we have choices, but we are free only when that what we choosing is not when we stop abandoning ourselves, maybe, I will be
Exactly.
saying there is so much advice on spiritual level or whatever, but just start with one thing. Ask yourself, is this choice I am doing causing me to abandon myself or not? If the answer is yes, don't do it. Just start maybe with this, set your boundaries by putting yourself at number one and just feel. If I say yes to you, am abandoning myself in any
Yeah,
way?
and this is like, yeah, exactly. This is another subject because, whenever I mention that, everybody, I get responses like, yeah, but how? But, I need to look after my kids. I need to look after my husband. I need to pack my kids first.
Yeah, but
And
we don't ask for help. Maybe you can, if you say, okay, as mom and entrepreneur, I am abandoning myself by helping kids so much. Where is the husband? Can,
yeah, but also there is this thing when you're on a plane, they always say, put your mask on first.
yeah,
And this is for a reason, because if you don't nurture yourself first, you will not have energy to nurture anyone else.
yeah. And that's not
That is the bottom
egoistic,
line.
people, that's self-love. We are confusing being egoistic for self-love. You
Yeah.
will be egoistic if you go pack yourself, your children watching you packing, and you are going by your own without your children. That's egoistic, right? But look really honestly, what are you calling being egoistic? Because self-love is really the number one. If you do not love yourself, you cannot love anyone truly fully.
But this is our conditioning, isn't it? We were
Yep.
conditioned to serve the world, not us. Yeah, so ladies, always choose yourself.
Always choose yourself. That's really the most beautiful thing because if you choose yourself, people around you will only benefit. And not choosing yourself from the egoistic point of view, but nourish yourself because if you are nourished and you are well, you will be happy, healthy, and holy. And from this place, there is so much more to give.
Yeah, life is a lot easier in a strong body.
And
And I don't know why it's still so controversial within the female society to have a strong body, but maybe we'll get to that another time.
we will get to this another time. And my advice will be Marta's advice is build strong body, and mine will be inhabit the body because you are such a great soul living in this body. Make sure your body is really beautiful home for your soul and just co-create together body, mind, soul, and then you are pretty good to go.
Easier said than done, but
Yes.
that's the work.
So
Well,
yes.
Bata, thank you so much. It was hard. It was
Yeah.
hard to talk about this. I need to say that it was hard. A lot of resistance was there to speak this,
Yes.
but we've done it. We've gone through it. I hope this helps you. And as always, if you have any question, comments, just write below, contact us. We are happy to answer anything. Yeah.
Thank you all
Anything
for
else?
listening and thank you, Marta.
Yeah. Thank
See
you.
you next time.
Bye.